bless to everyone. It's an honor to be here at the Dream Center this Sunday. I have to first acknowledge Bishop Murphy and Pastor D for allowing me to come into your home and express this love. The love that I have for God, the love that I have for you as my people, the love that I have for self, the love that I have for music and art. This is a blessing to be here. A blessing to be in Decatur, Georgia. Get to experience the love of God with so many people that I love just because you children of the Most High. We want to take this experience and apply it to our lives. Apply it to our daily lives, the way we look at ourselves in the mirror, seeing the God in us. And the way we look at our family members, whether they may be going through something that we sometimes will judge, whether they may be going through something that they did to us, we still look at them as children of the Most High God and we spread that love to them. This is our moment as Black people in this country to continue to shift the paradigm and change it for a new thing where all that we know our ancestors have done in this, we carry that with us. So whatever trials and tribulations and challenges that we may be going through and this country may be going through, we are the leaders to shift this world into a better place. We've been creators of culture. We've been influencing the world. Let's embrace what we do and our greatness and go out and continue to be the vessels that we are. Man, I'm just glad to be here. I'll tell you more about my relationship to Bishop Murphy and his music a little later, but I want to get into this song. It's called God is Love. I have a new project, a new album inspired by the book. So the album is called Let Love Have the Last Word. It's inspired by the book. And this song right here is just talking about the love of God and how God is love. Yes, let's do it, y'all.
Even when the hard times come, I'll be standing in your love. Grateful for this life. You turned on the light.
Yeah.
Even when the hard times come, I'll be standing in your love. Grateful for this life. You turned on the light.
Yeah. The unconditional, critical mission, listen to the indivisible, mystical. It was meant for you and meant for me infinitely. Even been to prisons to visit you. Ask, what would Christians do? Well, some are harassing Native Americans. If God is love, why is hate in the air again? Search for Samaritans in the hood, misunderstood. A savior comes, will he only come for the good? The lost tribe is surpassed and the second class. God, I see you in the streets where the checks is cast. And you in the heartbeat, hoping that love will last. I know you in the words where the first is last. They try to use math to quantify you. In 2005, you saved lives by the bayou. I know you in the mouth of the spouse saying I do. The most vital is how I describe you. When they come, y'all, we so grateful. We so grateful. You see our hands by the floor right now. If you're grateful. Yeah. Yes. We were buffalo soldiers, dreadlock rosters. Pay attention over rocker in the back of cop cars. Even then, we knew that love was not far. It's in the passion of the teachers and the rock stars. The Muslim sisters saying, I like your Akbar. It's coming from where playing Papa. It's in the grandchild, still up in Papa. Love is love became the mantra, the montage for creation. We needed in relation when two ships passed. One love is the flotation. It's what God used to put the planet in rotation. It's what the culture need to build a hip-hop nation. The basement to the attic with cookie shows for magic. What we told the world when we said our lives matter. A student to a master, hustler to a pastor. Why I'm a rapper, it's all that I'm after. you know how. Come on, the Dream Center. Say what? Yo, Decatur. Yeah, bring it down to the music. Let the music go. Yo, it's like this, I came to enter. I had dreams, yo, at the Dream Center. This is how it be, yo, I'm an innovator. God by nature when I come to Decatur. This is how I know check it out. I got Murphy, that's the bishop. Common sense might switch up a different couple of styles. This will be free. I gotta give respect to who passed the D. And this is how it be when we come straight through. I've been through the ages, turned different pages, came to Decatur and I seen y'all ages. This is how it be, yo, I got contagious. Rockin' in the choir, I get inspired. When I think of God, yo, we gotta take it higher. This is how we live. I got the dream. I'm rocking this here on May 19. And that's how it is. I can get biz. And I can tell you I've been yo a rhyming whiz. Looking at the signs, this is how I spin. They told the Dream Center get in where you fit in. And I would do that while I pursue rap. And let you know conscience, I've never been whack. But I'm pro-black. Yo, black by the man. Hold the microphone right in my left hand. And still I just am. I came to explore with ya. Always had other pieces from Georgia. That's how it is. I always been down. Yo, conscience, I came from Chi-Town. Yo, I got my man we anoint. And of course he's anoint cause he from Detroit. And we get his point. These different type of things. But right now I'ma just sit here and dream at the center. Let's go. Yeah, contagious, y'all. Give it up for our band, y'all, and Contagious.
Standing in your love, I'm so grateful, It's like to even when Lord, standing in your love, I'm so grateful.
So great.
got to do better than that. Tell somebody, let love have the last word. And I know this is not a churchy meeting, but I got to take advantage of this moment. You might have just come through a season of darkness, but God is about to reboot your whole system. That's the preacher in me. So let love have the last word. I'm excited about literature taking the forefront in our culture, that people are not just singing, but people are reading. And so I'm excited about that. Somebody said something a few months ago, and it really challenged me. Leaders are readers. Yes. And that really challenged me. And so I know we've got a stop time, and you're going to be signing some books today. So I want to jump right in here. Of course, this is it right here. Let love have the last word. Let me just say, when you leave here today, do me a favor. Look at somebody, tell them, when you leave here today, you're going to have some common sense. You laughing, but you ain't saying nothing. Come on. Tell your neighbor, you're going to have some common sense when you leave here today. So, a few questions. So, let love have the last word begins with the story of your daughter. Say the name for me.
Amoye.
Amoye.
Yeah.
What's that mean?
That actually means survivor. But I got her name from her mother as a teacher, and it was a student in her class, and I love that name by the name of Amoye. Yeah.
Survivor. It's a call that seemed to put you on a path, really going into a deeper idea of love being a verb and an action word. So Amoye, question your love. My daughter's 15. My son is 18. He'll be graduating from high school next week.
Congrats.
Yeah, it's actually this week. It's this Thursday. It's this Thursday. He wants to go to Belmont College, Belmont University in Nashville, Tennessee. He's been accepted. He's been accepted, but he has no money. So y'all pray that God will raise up somebody somewhere.
Fundraiser. Listen, we have a fundraiser.
Yeah, come on, man.
Part of the proceeds of Let Love, we're sending to help and support your college. We'll put out something from it. Something. I can't pay for the whole thing, but something.
We'll take whatever we can get at this point. But it challenged, so she challenged, love becomes an action word. This is based out of your relationship with your daughter and learning how to father your daughter. That's really different because fathering nowadays is not what fathering was when we were coming up.
Yeah, true. Me and my daughter are close. So she called me late one night, and I thought it was one of those calls where she was just like, yo, hey, Dad, how you doing? What's going on? I was happy that she called me this late. She usually doesn't call that late, and within the conversation, she was letting me know that she didn't feel like I've been a good father. And it was shocking to me because, I thought I was giving her the love that she deserved and needed. But that conversation, what it showed me and what I had to do after, because we had to have that conversation in person eventually. And what it awakened me to is no matter how much I thought I was doing what I was supposed to do, love is a two-way thing. And that wasn't the way that she was receiving it. So I needed to just surrender to that and be respectful enough to listen to her perspective. And it was really enlightening for me because it made me understand that, even if my intentions were to do that, she didn't receive it that way. And that matters. It matters. And it really taught me to listen more, because I was getting defensive when she first started talking to me about it and wanting to explain to her the things that I had done.
Wow. Yeah. I'm as a father, fathering millennials and teenagers, a lot of times the way that we were fathered, we think, I'm doing better than my dad did.
Yeah, but I know that, but in many ways, though, I feel like we accept that, I'm doing better than, or you know how we say sometimes, he take care of his kids, but That's what you're supposed to do. That's like saying that's like saying we breathe. You know, oh, he breathing. Yeah, you're alive. You should be breathing.
Like you special.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, I feel like what you said, Bishop Murphy, is true. Like we want to elevate and do more than what our fathers did, but we got to even do greater than that. Like it's like, you know, meaning the level that we feeling like, okay, we stepping forward. I'm doing more than what my father did. It's like, no, what's the highest level of love that we can give our children and others? And that's really what it boils down to. So that's what, you know, and the thing about what I'm writing in the book and what I can say to you all is like, I haven't learned it all. I'm in process. You know, I'm in, like God is at work. So I'm letting God work through, and I'm acknowledging the moments where I have failed, and I'm using those moments to get better, to strengthen me, as you just spoke in the sermon earlier.
We've embraced this concept in our church that we're making minor adjustments, and I'm learning that even as a father. Tell me this: how has your relationship with Omoye evolved after having these difficult but very necessary heart-to-heart conversations?
Man, I think it's the best our relationship has been now. And what I'm realizing is these difficult conversations that we need to have with our loved ones, man, these are the things that get us to the next level, and that relationship be the most like pure and honest, and it's unpacking that pain and that hurt. Even if if we coming from the right place of intent and telling our loved ones that truth, man, they gotta hear it. They gotta hear it, and you deserve to deliver that for yourself. Like, and I think those are the conversations that we gotta have too amongst our community too. Like, we gotta break down the truth, because that's the only way we get to progress, to moving forward. Is that like our relationship now is like, we talk like about so many real things, and it feels like you gotta go through those struggles to grow to the next level in a relationship. So I'm very grateful for the hard times we had, as hard as it is to hear, and as hard as it is to hear your child tell you didn't do a good job. I'm still grateful.
What your best wasn't the way that they receive love, and having to work through and fight through not feeling rejected or taken for granted. That's a major thing. Tell your neighbor, we need to have a talk. We need to have a talk. So you say God is love, and you quote 1 Corinthians 13 a few times in the book. You're known for not backing away from your spiritual belief. I salute you on that. How have you balanced your relationship with God and the potential trappings of the culture of rap, Hollywood, and entertainment?
Well, I've recognized that, man, the reason why I'm here is God. The reason I will be here is God. And I believe that, I look at the life of Jesus and think like, man, Jesus was out hanging with the tax collectors and the prostitutes. He was in the streets, right? So I'll be like, he was in the streets, like with the people. Jesus was with the people as much, and I believe in doing that type of work when it comes to artistry. Is like, man, I could bring God to Hollywood. I could bring God to hip hop. I could bring God to the hood. Like, and I'm not saying, like in the hood we do have God, but sometimes we got to be reminded in different ways that God comes through. Like, people expect God only to be in church, or expect God only to be in these holy places, but God, holy is in our bodies too. Like, and if we go like somewhere where they are like partying, you may be at a party and give somebody a word real quick that they don't even know. It just may naturally come out of you. But that's God at work. I've been in prisons talking to individuals, and they gave me word that enlightened my life. And I met God in prisons. So I feel like, I'm going to take my music and not let it waver, because at the end of the day, what is my life here for? I'm here to glorify the Most High. I'm here to do the work of the Most High and enjoy it too, have fun.
At the same time, I think Jesus called it life abundantly. Yeah. So I've heard you talk about being intentional about love and intentional about your life in general. Talk to us more about the notion of intentionality.
Well, I believe, first of all, like intention is one of the greatest gifts we have, because like with that we can set our path, and we know like what our intention is. When we use that intention and really put that intention out there, then you can rest assured and trust in everything else. Meaning, if I know that I'm speaking to somebody with the notion of my intent is to lift them up, and my intent is to lift them up. If things don't go right, I know I did my best to at that moment. My intention was that to lift you up, and then we can talk it through. But you don't have to feel the weight of if that rejection came or if that angst came between that relationship. Your intention was to lift things up. Oprah Winfrey told me one time when we was doing Selma down here in Atlanta, in Atlanta, we was in a makeup trailer, like getting ready. I ain't have as much makeup, No, I was just kidding. But anyway,
light skin.
She said, the most important thing you have is your intention, and that stuck with me because she was like it stuck with me because it made me know that, like, if I'm doing things from the right, like, your intention that's what's coming from your spirit, your heart. Because people can come give you compliments and say good things, and their intention ain't in the right place, and you just don't feel it. You actually know that energy ain't true. And it kind of like, it's not, when I tell Bishop Murphy, like, man, I love you, I appreciate your music, that's sincere. Right. There's some people that can just say anything to you and compliment you, but their intention ain't in the right place, and you ain't really receiving that positive energy, because the truth of the matter is the intention is the root of it.
Thank God for the spirit of discernment. So I think we probably got maybe like another 5 or 6 minutes. So this is a really kind of, it's a personal question. There are times in the book, part 3 and 4, where you really kind of go deep and you talk about therapy. You talk about some things that happened to you as a child. Tell us how you got to a place where you were able to be open and to be this vulnerable, where you talk about those things that happened to you during your childhood.
Well, okay, the first thing with therapy was, it was something I found actually from, I was taking an acting class, and my acting coach, like, we deal in acting, we deal a lot with some of, like, we work from places of personal things sometimes. Right. And my acting coach saw that I was troubled. And I found myself going through these same cycles, repeating the things that I was doing in relationships and just in life. And, my acting coach said, man, you should try this lady, this therapist, who will, she will really help you in this situation. And I'm always looking to grow and get better. And I feel like what I owe to myself and to God and to my family and to people is every day I got to get better. So I said, let me see what this therapy is about. And when I talked to the therapist, her name was Susan, she gave me just a lot of information just about, like, why I was repeating the cycle. And what was healthy about it was coming from somebody who had no other motivation but to get me better. Sometimes our family members want the best for us, but they may not have the information or the actual knowledge of how to get you there. And they want it for you, and they can only tell you what they know. So therapy, just like any other profession, is somebody who studies what psychology is and the way we work in human behavior. So it really was just going to somebody who could help me work on myself, give me a bouncing pad to talk about things. And I really felt it was important for me to talk about it, because in our communities, it is so taboo. And, it's easy for me to talk about the awards that I get or these things that are going great in life, because they are, and I'm very grateful. But what about the times that I'm in trouble? And what tools do I use when I'm in trouble? Do I use to get out of that? Of course, God is first. And even the therapist I work with was like reminding me, no matter what, you don't have to chase anything, because God is in you. God is, and God's love is in you. So I really believe that the Creator, that God works through different facets, and therapy with the right person is God at work. And so
right person.
Yeah, with the right person. With the right person. That's simple as that. And I compare it to, like, if we can go get our hair done every week, or we can go get our hair cut every week, or we work out however many times a day, then why don't we work on our insides like that? Why don't we think about that? And it, like I said, I'm a believer that God is first, but God will work through you in different ways.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I mean, I'm just another point of personal privilege. I'm with my therapist once a week, and I found after my mom passed away in November of 2016, that there were some cycles of behavior that I didn't even know were being triggered by some things that happened to me earlier in life. And so to be able to go sit with somebody, and again, who's been trained in how the mind works, and to have them walk me through why I kept doing this or responding that way was just absolutely incredible.
Man, that's amazing. That's exactly, like, I saw myself in relationships and I was doing certain things, and exactly what you said, certain things were triggers for me in relationships. But I couldn't recognize it, and I'm putting it on that person, but it's really my stuff. And it's stuff from way back that I'm bringing to the present. As we were talking about earlier, as Pastor D said, let's be present. And we said, man, like in relationships, I mean, being present is another gift that we have to always know. Like, if we present, man, then we ain't worried about the past. We ain't worried about the future. We right here with each other. We right here with that person in front of you. And I had to use that tool in therapy to get me to be more present. And it's a lot more joyful life. It's a lot more fulfilling life when I can just be present. When I'm not always doing this. I'm not always worried about what just happened a week ago. It really has helped me in every facet of my life, in art and everything, to not worry about the past and just be present.
Yeah, that's good.
Let me say this. I just kind of feel led to say this because there's somebody in this room who you tried therapy and you feel like it didn't work. You said something that triggered another thought for me. You didn't stop getting your hair cut because the last person who cut your hair messed it up. You realize if you don't get your hair cut, you're going to be a mess. And you might lose your job, and you might lose your woman, and you might lose your man. So you tend to those things, and you have to work at it until you find the right fit. I don't know who needed to hear that, but you got to work at it till you find the right fit.
That's a very important point, man. Thank you for that.
Absolutely. It's 3:05. We're supposed to give you some time to sign, so let me rush through this. Okay, let's ask this question. How are you doing?
That's a great question. Thank you.
How are you healing? And how has this book tour and the conversations that have come out of it, how has it helped your process?
Wow, that's a great question. First of all, I'm doing really well. I'm feeling excellent. I feel blessed. I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful for, like, I wrote this book and I didn't know what it was going to be. Eventually it just became me going into deeper places that I didn't even talk about with anybody. And now that I'm out here talking about it, I feel kind of raw and like I'm talking about being a black kid being molested. That's stuff that, whether it's in our hoods or in hip hop or you don't talk about that stuff, right? But we got to talk about it to stop the cycle. So, and to heal. So right now I feel like I'm doing great because I feel like I'm living in my purpose. It's still moments where I'm like, wow, I'm out here talking about this. This is for real. Like, and you feel kind of raw about it. You still wonder, what is this person thinking of me? But then I just rest assured in knowing that I'm doing God's work and I'm speaking and living in my truth. So that in itself gives me a forward thinking and gives me a peace. And man, I'm super grateful. I mean, before we go, I gotta say, and I told you this before, I performed when we came to perform down here with Jill Scott. I said it from the stage, but And I was so glad you performed the song. It's working. But, so it's working, y'all, has been like, if I could say a theme song for me since I would say maybe 2000, I heard it in late 2013 or 2000, or somewhere. I was on my way to church, and I so happened to have on Sirius Radio, and I was listening to a praise station, and I heard that song, and I gotta say this to you, it was like moments like going into the Oscars, going to these big moments in my life. I always play that song because it reminds me of where I am in life. This season is my season, and the grace that I walk with. So I want you to know that what's, you being a vessel for God is affecting so many people, because you shifted me to know what my season is and embrace my season. I'm trying to tell everybody else this is the season too. So as many people as heard your music, now they're hearing me talk about it too. I'm just a vessel. That's how we work back and forth. So I appreciate you. And I got settled here too. I ain't just like only, so I'm playing that too, but I must, acknowledge that song has been a theme for me.
I appreciate that. Thanks for coming and singing my song. Come on, y'all.
You don't want to hear me sing it, but I do sing it, but I can't sing it as good as you, obviously.
Man, what a blessing this has been today. I want everybody in this room, let's not